Embracing failure, the stepping stone to success. Introduction. Failure is a word that often evokes fear, disappointment, and a sense of defeat. We live in a society that celebrates success, often ignoring the setbacks and struggles that pave the way to achievement. Yet, failure is not something to be feared or shunned. It is an essential part of the journey toward growth and success. Every successful person, every great invention, and every breakthrough in history has been shaped by failures. Embracing failure as a natural and necessary step in our personal and professional development can transform the way we approach challenges and lead us to greater heights. Redefining failure. Failure is often misunderstood as a negative outcome or a sign of incompetence. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every attempt that doesn't work out as planned is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine our approach. The most successful individuals and organizations in the world have all faced failures, and it is their response to these setbacks that has ultimately defined their success. Consider Thomas Edison, one of the most prolific inventors in history. He is famously quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's perspective on failure highlights an important truth. Failure is not an end, but a step along the path to success. Each failure provides valuable feedback that helps us improve, innovate, and eventually succeed. The fear of failure. One of the biggest obstacles to embracing failure is the fear of it. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, or stepping out of our comfort zones. This fear often stems from societal pressure, the desire to meet expectations, or the fear of judgment from others. However, when we allow fear to dictate our actions, we limit our potential and miss out on opportunities for growth and success. To overcome the fear of failure, we need to shift our mindset. Instead of seeing failure as something to be avoided at all costs, we should view it as a natural and valuable part of the learning process. Failure is not a reflection of our worth or abilities, but rather an indication that we are challenging ourselves and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. By embracing failure, we can free ourselves from the constraints of fear and open up new possibilities for growth and achievement. Learning from failure. One of the most powerful aspects of failure is its ability to teach us valuable lessons. When things don't go as planned, we are forced to reflect on our actions, identify what went wrong, and consider how we can improve in the future. This process of reflection and learning is what ultimately leads to growth and success. For example, in the world of business, many successful entrepreneurs have experienced significant failures before achieving their goals. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was famously fired from the very company he helped create. However, instead of giving up, he used this experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. He went on to found another successful company, Next, and eventually returned to Apple, leading it to become one of the most successful companies in the world. Failure teaches us resilience, adaptability, and the importance of perseverance. It forces us to confront our weaknesses, develop new skills, and refine our strategies. By learning from our failures, we become better equipped to face future challenges and achieve our goals. Building resilience through failure. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. Failure is a critical component of building resilience. Each time we fail and choose to get back up, we strengthen our ability to cope with difficulties and persevere in the pursuit of our goals. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or pretending that setbacks don't hurt. It's about acknowledging the pain and disappointment, learning from the experience, and continuing to move forward. Resilient people understand that failure is a temporary setback, not a permanent defeat. They use failure as fuel to keep going, knowing that each step brings them closer to their ultimate goal. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving worldwide success, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. She was a single mother living on welfare and struggling to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, she continued to pursue her dream of becoming a writer. Her resilience paid off, and today, she is one of the most successful authors in the world. Failure builds resilience by teaching us that we are capable of overcoming obstacles, no matter how difficult they may seem. It reminds us that we have the strength and determination to keep moving forward, even when the path is challenging. The role of failure in innovation. Innovation and creativity are often born out of failure. When we take risks and experiment with new ideas, we are bound to encounter setbacks along the way. However, it is through these failures that we discover new possibilities and push the boundaries of what is possible. Many of the world's greatest inventions and breakthroughs were the result of multiple failures. The Wright brothers, for example, faced numerous setbacks in their quest to build the first successful airplane. Each failure brought them closer to their goal, as they learned from their mistakes and refined their designs. Their persistence paid off, and their innovation changed the course of history. Failure encourages us to think outside the box, challenge the status quo, and explore new approaches. It is often in the process of trying and failing that we stumble upon groundbreaking ideas and solutions. By embracing failure as a natural part of the creative process, we can unlock our full potential for innovation and discovery. Cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. This mindset is essential for embracing failure and using it as a tool for growth and success. When we have a growth mindset, we see failure as an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than as a reflection of our limitations. We understand that failure is not a sign of incompetence, but a natural part of the learning process. This mindset allows us to approach challenges with curiosity and openness, rather than fear and self-doubt. Cultivating a growth mindset involves changing the way we think about failure. Instead of viewing it as a negative outcome, we should see it as a valuable learning experience. We should celebrate our efforts and progress, even when the results are not what we hoped for. By focusing on growth and learning, we can turn failures into stepping stones toward success. Overcoming the stigma of failure. One of the biggest barriers to embracing failure is the stigma associated with it. In many cultures, failure is seen as something to be ashamed of, a sign of weakness or incompetence. This stigma can prevent us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, or sharing our experiences with others. To overcome this stigma, we need to change the way we talk about failure. We should normalize failure as a natural and necessary part of life, rather than something to be feared or avoided. We should share our stories of failure and the lessons we've learned, creating a culture of openness and support. By changing the narrative around failure, we can encourage others to take risks, pursue their passions, and learn from their mistakes. We can create an environment where failure is seen as a valuable part of the journey, rather than a mark of shame. Conclusion. Failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is an essential part of the path to success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. It teaches us resilience, fosters innovation, and helps us develop a growth mindset. By embracing failure, we can unlock our full potential and achieve our goals. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone toward it. The most successful people in the world have all faced failures, and it is their response to these setbacks that has defined their success. So, the next time you encounter failure, don't be discouraged. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Your greatest achievements may be just on the other side of your biggest setbacks. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Let your failures be the foundation upon which you build your success.